Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Panzer General. The Let's Play I don't feel like recording one little bit. I need to get this out there. I need to make this perfectly clear. The more you guys, and there's really two people who are doing this, but the more you just keep insisting that you need more Panzer General videos, oh my god, what are you doing? Why aren't you recording Panzer General videos? The more you do that, the more I want to just cancel this LP, and I've never canceled an LP before. I've never stopped a game before I finished it. Now, there's a couple of things where I recorded one or two videos with Bobo, and we never posted them and just decided to scrap it because it wasn't working, but I've never started posting videos for an LP before and then scrapped it. But you guys are making me want to do that with this game, okay? Now, just think about this for a second. Now, I've made it perfectly clear. I'm in Afghanistan. My internet's horrible. It's very difficult to upload these games. I don't necessarily have the freedom to play these games whenever I want. I've been playing quite a few recently. I've probably bitten off too many LPs. Got too much more than I can chew. Blah blah blah. I can't talk. Probably got more going on than is really wise, especially when I try to start Dungeon Keeper, just because I got the game to work. I'm so excited about that. But this game, this is like the least watched game that I've got going right now, more or less. And it's the one where the comments that I'm getting are the most infuriating. Now, if you're sending me personal messages and comments that, you know, literally dozens of them by this point, and the main theme of those messages is, I'm better at this game than you are, it doesn't matter how jovial your tone is, you just, as an exercise, stop, put yourself in the shoes of the person who's receiving the message and think how you would like it. Constant messages that just keep saying, you're getting better, you're improving, you're not quite as horrible as you used to be, ha 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 lol, I am so awesome at this game. Please hurry up and do more videos so that I can make the same comment 8 times. Why would you think I would want to hear that? Really? Seriously, why would you think that this would make me happy? Ugh. But that's just one guy. There's also, I've got more than one person who keeps writing and telling me to rename the core units to, they want them to be renamed, and they've got their list of things they want them to be renamed to, and to you I say, play the game for yourself! Panzer General Forever is out there on the internet. It's free. You can play Panzer General forever. It doesn't have the little combat animations, which I like, but people are complaining that they don't want to see the combat animations. They want me to shut those off. I mean, I've gotten more people writing, I mean, per capita, I suppose. Per view, I've received more whiny comments about how they want me to do something slightly different than anything else I've ever LP'd. I don't know. 3 minutes of this. I didn't intend to go on about this at the beginning. Luckily for you guys, I just got the most, like, transparently trollish series of comments I think I've ever gotten from some guy on Lennis 2, which has been over for months, and he just spontaneously starts posting, is this the first RPG you've ever played? Is there some kind of rule when you LP an RPG that you have to play it as horribly as possible? And I was just kind of taken aback, since I basically consider I stomped my way through Lennis 2 with very few problems. And if this guy hadn't been like outright trolling in his comments, it wouldn't have given me a chance to look back and say, okay, the people who are irritating me with their comments in this game, wanting me to change this, and this, nothing but criticisms of how I'm playing. At least I actually seem to be enjoying the videos, which is, I guess, something. But yeah, sorry, 5 minutes in, I just want to make it clear. If you post repeatedly, IM me, PM me, repeatedly, demanding more videos, I never promised that this LP was going to come out at any specific rate. This is my hobby. I play this game for fun, and I'm having a hard time having fun with this game now. So just chill out, alright? Relax. Okay? Take a deep breath. It's no big deal. It's just the Wehrmacht trying to conquer the world so that, like, white supremacist madness can rule all. It's nothing to get concerned about, okay? Right. Now, that being said, I guess it's time to get back into the game. The game that I never promised to upload at any specific rate. I think at one point I said I recorded about 4 videos in one sitting, and Bobo will probably put them up once a week. That's about all I ever said. And I was on vacation in Japan. I may not have mentioned that specifically in this LP. If this is the only LP of mine you're watching, maybe you didn't pick up the news. But I spent 3 weeks in Japan, and I didn't spend any of that time in a country I'll probably never go back to recording Panzer General. But that's enough. 5 minutes in. Just need to relax, be happy, get into that groove. I need to remember why I loved Panzer General in the first place. Let's go on and take Kiev.
Your smashing success in overrunning the Russian frontier armies and taking Smolensk proves that yet again you are the premier Panzer General in the world.
See? I'm good at this game.
Critical juncture in our war in Russia. Many generals believe that we should divert your forces to assist Army Group South in its drive to capture Kiev.
Yeah.
There does appear to be an
I don't know what's going on with the sound, but I'm getting these like duck noises occasionally.
Soviet army in this area.
Fortunately, the Soviet army has about 8 billion dudes, so this really doesn't matter.
Your forces driving directly toward Moscow as soon as supplies can be brought forward in order to reach there before winter.
Gotcha.
They believe a move towards Kiev will delay the drive on Moscow and may cause us to fail at the city gates.
I can see that.
It appears that High Command is leaning toward a drive on Kiev.
They love their chicken.
Your opinion on this matter could sway their decision toward Moscow. But it would surely cost you some of your prestige to voice your opinion regarding such a key decision.
Now, I don't remember if I've already explained this. It has been a while since I've played the game. Oh my god, yes, I admit I haven't replayed this game in a couple of weeks. Okay, I admit it. Oh, Grimmeth, JG, we can't live without your videos. Sorry. No, but I really am identifying with the Grimgrams more than ever before. But, no, what I was going to say was that, yes, conquering Moscow would be a huge frickin' deal, on account of Moscow was basically like the biggest central point in the Russian railway systems. Like, all roads, as long as they're railways, lead to Moscow. And had the Germans taken Moscow, it would have basically crippled the Soviets' abilities to actually move materials throughout the country. This is why just driving all out for Moscow, like that's going to solve all their problems, is not as stupid as it sounds to somebody who's like a bit of a world history buff who doesn't know that specific fact about it, because they're looking back and they're saying, well, didn't Napoleon like take Moscow and then just sit around for a couple of weeks with his thumb up his ass, because that was the only way to keep his thumb warm, and after he was sick and tired of freezing and starving, he tried to walk back to France, and he and his troops were attacked at Borodino and blah-de-blah-de-blah. This is a little different from the Napoleonic scenario because of the fact that Moscow is such a transportation hub. And of course, in Panzer General world, when you take the capital of a country, you win. That's just, they have to have some kind of point where they can say it's over. So it does make sense to try to divert past Kiev, and if you want to finish off the Russians early. But since my big and overriding fear here is that I'm going to get to the Final Fantasy campaign in the U.S. and not be able to get a major victory, I want to get some experience, so I don't want to end this thing too quickly anyway. Now, the thing that I've had a certain specific commenter has kept telling me that, oh, you're not as horrible at this game as you used to be, but you're still moving too slow, oh my god. And it's like, only specific thing I can get out of his comments for why I'm moving too slow. Lots of indications from him that I'm moving too slow, and oh, if your auxiliary units can keep up, you're moving too slow. But I was like, well, what do you think is causing me to move too slow? Apparently it's that I'm getting elite replacements for my units, so that they'll be overstrength, which is part of my long-term thing. It's like I like to have overstrength units at the beginning of battle because it makes the first few rounds go quickly, and I'd like to get into Washington with as many of my units overstrength as possible. And this is the big thing that I don't get, why this, the particular commentator is so upset, and I'm taking too long. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Have I not gotten a major victory in every scenario? Now, surely, if you're just you know, if you just want to whip them out and measure them with a ruler for, like, you know, bragging rights with other Panzer General players, you can, like, document your playthroughs where you won on an earlier turn than somebody else. But as far as this LP goes, there is no reward for me completing something faster than the minimum requirements to achieve a major victory. You get a major victory, you get a certain amount more prestige than you get for winning a minor victory, and it can affect which campaign you get next. We got Moscow. Sorry, we got the Norway invasion. We only got to play through that because we got a major victory at Warsaw. We wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise. We wouldn't have been able to do Sea Lion unless we got a major victory in France. And I think possibly you need a major victory in the Low Countries as well. But for the most part, the difference between a major victory and a minor victory is how much prestige you get at the start of the next battle. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I'm like 99% sure that the turn you win on has nothing to do with what your prestige is in the next battle. You either win on an early enough turn to get credited with a major victory, or you don't. And if you don't, and you get a minor victory, you get a certain prestige amount boost for your coffers that's less than you would have gotten for a major victory. And then the major-minor victory conditions are not always the turn you win on. Sometimes there are certain missions where capturing all objectives is a major and capturing most of them is a minor. And really that shows up in Allied General. I think in Panzer General it's pretty much always turn. But what I'm getting at here is if you get a major victory, good on you. Don't worry that you could have won it faster. As a matter of fact, when I take the last city, and what I've been doing is showing you guys the victory, saving, then off screen using whatever turns I had left to overstrength units or get more experience. I have never in this LP actually completed a scenario any earlier than you need to get a major victory. I always go in and play those turns over anyway, or play those turns anyway, so that I make sure that I do as much as I can. So I just want to get that out there. Now we're 12 minutes into the video. I haven't done anything in the game, but this is all stuff that I needed to get said because it's really driving me nuts, the feedback I'm getting on this LP. Oh, you know, I was looking forward to doing Allied General. Now I don't know if I'm going to do it at all, but sorry. Kiev, land of chicken. Should we spend 1,500 of our prestige? I probably wouldn't want to, even if I could, but I can't anyway, so no.
For weeks, our troops have been stopped by Russian forces near Kiev.
Offering delicious chicken.
It's time for you to encircle and destroy their positions. You are hereby ordered to strike south towards Kiev and Lokvitsa. Army Group South units, temporarily under your command, are to drive north and meet your forces, thus encircling the Russian armies. All of the objectives in your sector must be taken by September 19th in order for us to redeploy your troops in time for an attack on Moscow this year.
All the objectives, folks.
An earlier completion of this battle can only enhance your prestige and give you a better chance to obtain the resources you will need to capture Moscow.
An earlier completion of your mission may give you a major victory instead of a minor victory. And an even earlier completion than is required for a major victory won't do you any fucking extra good at all. So that's it. We're gonna try to encircle the Soviets at Kiev. Deploy your troops. In this battle, our deployment area is west of the battlefield because we are going to support units from Army Group South that are already in place around Kiev. Now, if you look here, we can't see what's behind here, but there's some artillery and stuff, I believe. Basically, I think this battle, more than any other in Panzer General, is supposed to reflect the fact, and I got in trouble with a completely different commentator here. Somebody starts jumping all over the fact that I said something about, I think the new tanks, like the Tigers and stuff, were somewhat influenced by the Soviet design. Boom! Somebody jumped all over me for that because they knew that blah 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 blah. No, it was the Panthers, not the Tigers. And I'm just like, I was just making a general comment about that. But anyway, this battle, more than any other in the game, is supposed to reflect the fact that the Germans were completely unprepared for how good the Soviet tanks were. Because we've got some shitty out-of-date tanks here, like the Panzer 3G. I don't know how bad that is, but the 2A and the Panzer anti-tank. I mean, these things are just soft targets waiting to get smashed to pieces by the 3440s and the. Well, the KV-2 is a weird one. It's a real heavy-duty tank. Its high defense reflects the fact, and I read about this on Wikipedia out of curiosity, after somebody ripped me for thinking that the Tigers might have been influenced in any way by Soviet tank design. But the KV-2 is like, basically the Germans, like, they captured one, I guess, and tested on it, and found out they really had no guns that could penetrate this thing's armor, which is why its defensive rating is off the scale. But it also experienced technical problems, I guess, and they didn't have that many of them deployed with the unit, which is why I never use them when I play Allied generals, the Soviets, because their fuel capacity and their ammo capacity is absolutely horrid, but they're really hard to get rid of when you're fighting against them. And basically, without the help from our core units, there is no way Lobster Critic, whatever number he is, could do it, but there's no frickin' way that you can actually use these auxiliary units to take Kiev. Your auxiliary units suck too hard, and the Soviets have just a solid group of tank units here. So, I mean, you've got a 4D here that it's great against infantry, but it's not going to be able to take care of this KV-2. So we've got to get our units over there to help out as soon as possible. To that end, I would think you would want to... Well, first of all, let's see if we want to upgrade anything. I have been criticized for not having all of my guys being engineers or pioneers. I guess I could finally get around to taking care of that. I'd always intended to do it eventually. But I don't particularly like moving my infantry around in their transports when they're anywhere near the front lines. And the regular infantry had better movement than the engineers, so I kind of resisted a bit. But yeah, that is something that needed to get done. The Panzer I've managed to keep alive, but they are a pretty worthless piece of crap. It's going to be very happy when the time comes to upgrade them. People want me to build more tactical bombers, and they don't like the fact that I have strategic bombers. I think the tactical bombers are going to be... I suppose I could build another tactical bomber unit just to keep you guys quiet, but... because they're great tank killers, and that's... yeah, I mean, they are great tank killers. That's pretty much what they're there for, and they'll be very useful against some of the Soviet tanks. Yeah, these guys are getting experience really fast. Although the tactical bombers don't get it quite as quickly as the strategic bombers do. But one of the things I don't like about them is that they don't continue to really upgrade as the war goes on. You don't get more and more new, better models. Which in my mind is because I think tactical bombers, just their importance decreased as the war went on. But still, whether it's realistic or not, Panzer General, they're pretty fantastic, so I should probably build some more. But it's time to start placing units. And to this end, I really want to get my Air Force over there to help out at Kiev. So for the first time in a long time, my core ground units, which are going to be moving against Soviets in these sectors, are going to do it without air support. I want my Air Force down there as fast as possible in Kiev. No, not upgrade. I meant place a unit. Cancel, 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 cancel. What? Exit? Okay. I couldn't figure out what the hell the game wanted me to do there for a second. Alright. Place the fighters. Now with the fighters, probably don't need all of them to be down there. How many fighters have I actually got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could probably have... I could probably leave one fighter with each of these little areas here that I'll be deploying from, just to shoot down any Soviets that they come across. And then the rest of the fighters can well, no, let me place one more up here. And now the rest of the fighters, the ones that already have a lot of experience for the most part, can come down here and keep the bombers company. Now I don't know what the... I should get some resistance up here. I mean, this far north area is where I'm really going to be areas that need to be conquered. And then whatever army guys I leave down here are just going to need to blitz through and take over Kiev. So I don't probably need a huge force. Between these two, I need to make sure everything's taken care of. These guys... Damn, how many engineers have I got? Not sure what to do with all these engineers. Panzer here, Panzer there, Panzer everywhere. Because there's really no need to go south of this river at all. The Dnieper. You know, I thought it was the Dnieper, and I didn't want to guess in case I was wrong and somebody made fun of me, but... Panzerjäger gonna be up here. Take off every zig. And... I can purchase one core unit. Let's buy a tactical bomber, because that's what everyone wants to see. That's where the money is, baby. That's your money shot right there. 348. Oh, because they actually can function as fighters, but yeah. I'm not going to use them for that, so... So we'll throw in a new... that'll probably be the last of those I buy, though. I cannot allow you guys to dictate everything. Okay, so there is artillery backing this up, which is not unexpected. And they managed to survive, which is annoying, but not a huge shock. It said I was supposed to kill all 10, but wow, that's pretty impressive, actually. I always like to use these guys to attack easy targets, because I'm sort of mollycoddling them a bit. So maybe I should have used them against the guys in the city. But that... Damn it. I hate losing unit strength from units that are already overstrength, because it's going to take a whole other turn to get them back to where they were. And now it'll take 2 more turns to get them back to where they were. So maybe that wasn't the best possible use of those guys. Whatever. Hopefully the artillery will not be able to take out one of my guys here. Hopefully. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, they should definitely get the first shot. May not be able to finish them off. Oh, they did finish them off, so that's good. Ooh, well. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Five-star, 15 strength Panzer 4D division. That's just a beautiful sight. Don't know exactly what it is I'm supposed to be calling them. Somebody wants me to call all these units different things, but I'm sure that one of the cooler names would have to be reserved for that unit. Yeah, see? This is kind of a problem. Oh, the huge experience advantage should allow me to fire first, which should make a difference. Excellent! That it really is pleasing. Well, these guys are even supposed to be able to kill one. And they killed 3! Beautiful. Hopefully you guys can finish them off. This is making me start to wonder if I diverted too many forces up north, because I just crushed their initial defense pretty easily. Yeah, I probably could have moved them farther ahead. I just didn't know exactly what was going on. Yeah, I could have easily moved them up further, but, you know. Live and learn. Okay, we will not be distracted by anything that prevents us from getting here and starting to pound the shit out of the Soviet forces at Kiev. Because our auxiliary units down here are not going to be able to get the job done. Although the idea that my Air Force can, or Luftwaffe, can soften them up so bad that they actually are going to be able to take those guys out, it's a pretty appealing thought. That they'll be able to take over before my corps units get there. That would be pretty sweet. Although maybe I should have saved somebody for this. Well, then I would have started messing with the air defense. Yeah, if I'd taken the time to actually start futzing around with dealing with the air defense. Oh, hello. You seem to have been forgotten. Oh, shit. Rugged defense, huh? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that was sloppy. But hey, I was trying to hurry, you know. That was really sloppy. Should not have let that happen. Trying to see if there's a way I can get anybody over there to attack the artillery. These guys at strength of 12 could probably attack the artillery from... That's as much damage as they could possibly have done. And they didn't... Oh, damn it! They didn't even force the guys to retreat! These are the guys I was trying to free up to go in there and attack. You guys need that experience, so I'll go ahead and let you go into a situation where you're expected to take losses. Yikes. That went even worse than it was supposed to. RNG has not been my friend so far in this fight. And this is, I guess, part of this is I'm just used to having I'm just used to being able to depend on air. So let's get the artillery in there so that if they do try anything, I can make them pay for it if they try to push their luck against that unit there that just did kind of poorly. And now I guess it's time to go to do something with some of these dudes over here. The Italians are back, folks. It's been a while. Have we even used Italian units in this campaign? I don't guess we have, because I skipped Greece, or I guess it's not Greece, it's Balkans. The Balkans is the name of the scenario. Didn't do the Balkan scenario in this one, and I didn't use the Italians in Sea Lion. So yeah, I guess it's actually the first time Italians have shown up in this LP. Hey, let's become a horde of stereotypes. Yeah. Here's a tactical bomber. It's best shot I've got at blowing up those guys is with the tactical bomber. And it doesn't seem like it's going to work anyway. Nope, but they did fly right next to air defense, so that's just freaking great. Air defense is hanging out in the woods. Dicks. And there may be Soviet fighters around, too. Oh, this is really not good. This is really not going well to begin with. Spent like 10 minutes bitching at the beginning of this, and by the time I finally get to the game, it's going horribly. I'm sure the Soviets have fighters over here, too. No doubt about that in my mind now. What would happen if I bombed here? I would take some losses. Well, I could start working on these guys. Use the 109s over there to defend them. Something finally went a little bit better than the RNG said it would. These guys could come over here and start working on this set of guys outside Kiev. There's probably air defense in here too, but really, they're going to be much more useful to me when on the following turns when they can start bombing these tanks. Which they can actually start doing right now. Well, these guys can. This particular unit. Yeah, I'm not pressing an attack against these guys anytime real soon. Maybe there is no air defense right there. If that's the case... I could start softening up the entrenchment. Wow, I'm expected to lose one against the bridging engineers. Shoot. Alright, let's attack these guys. There's very little chance I'll kill one, but if I do, it'll be pretty valuable. And I don't think they have any air attack. So it's no risk. Did I think I had... Yeah, I thought I had one more fighter than I actually have. Well, still bring these guys in here and everybody's got somebody defending them. The Russians bring more than one fighter against a bomber, then the second fighter going to attack will not get intercepted, but you guys can probably wait right there. That's probably the best thing I can do with you guys. Just have you wait there. Oh, this just sucks. They don't have enough range to attack them. How much range do they got? They do have enough range to attack my artillery, but I don't have enough range to attack theirs. Now they're auxiliaries, so it's no great loss if they're killed, but... I can probably safely attack you guys. Rugged defense! Oh, why did I even think that was going to be a good idea? Yeah, it still turned out okay, but not that okay, really. These guys are totally useless. The Berzgori, I can't pronounce that. Not even going to pretend I can pronounce that. But they're probably the most useful of those units, actually. Range of 3. Well, they're going to attack somebody, so there's probably no point in basing my entire strategy around avoiding them. What's your range here? 3. Okay. I do not want to lose Zhytomyr, because that would be the start of the Zhytomyr massacre. Rugged defense, a definite possibility there. Okay. Probably gonna hit a rugged defense here, although those are heavy infantry, not pioneers, so I don't think they were immune from it, but they did take some losses, which they weren't supposed to, according to the little preview panel. Boom. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of clustering these guys around artillery. I don't expect to be able to take Kiev with these guys, but it'd be nice if I could kind of hold my own so that the Russians don't end up taking Zhytomyr and giving my core units more to do when they get here. Entrenchment of 7. Rugged defense. Why did I even order that attack? These guys are just useless to me, but I still feel like you lose, I'm pretty sure you do lose, prestige when your units are destroyed, even if they're, auxiliary units. So you really don't want to just be throwing them away for no reason at all. Oh, come on! I needed to finish those guys off. Now I just feel silly that I used this... Well, hold on. Basically a waste of the fire ammo, but whatever. I want those guys dead. Why did Tracy dead? Why did it burn his house to the ground? You guys can stay there, make sure nobody crosses the bridge. You guys can do the same, you guys can do the same, and you guys can do the same. Forgot about these guys, though. They should probably do something. They should probably launch an attack which will almost certainly meet rugged defense. No! It didn't. Pleasant surprise. Went kind of, sort of my way. Now, if you can force them to retreat, then the little wimpy tank unit behind you can probably finish them off. Although this will draw artillery fire. Oh, wow! I clicked before I read it. Attackers are expected to lose 3 and only eliminate 1. Truly, these are the most worthless tanks I could possibly be using. Man, Army Group South has not been upgrading their core units. Wow, that sucked. That really sucked. Well, let's let the computer have its turn and then end the video, I guess. Wow, that really sucked. Okay, well, I guess I kind of have this coming. And I got out of it without a scratch. But now those tanks will probably try to attack. No, fighter planes. They really do want to get rid of this unit. I mean, it's already weakened. It's at 5. Wow, that was just didn't go well for them at all. Oh, this is bad. I need to consider just like pulling away from Kiev so that they can't just beat the shit out of me with those artillery units. But at least the tanks are pulling away from the artillery. It should make them easier to deal with. But until my Air Force gets there, I'm not going to be able to do much about them. This artillery fire is going to do nothing to those tanks. Oh no, it actually eliminated one. That's a better result than I expected. I just need to get there fast. Well, it's certainly become apparent that the Army Group South guys were in over their heads. It's nice I got the first shot off, which is the only reason I'm going to be able to eliminate one of these guys this turn. Oh, jeez. Those are my heaviest tanks I had over there. They're the best shot I had at actually being able to stand up to the Soviet tanks. This is brutal. I'm getting my ass handed to me here. Well, they're choosing to attack the fighters, which is probably better for me than shooting down the bombers. We are elite. Even in our transport trucks, we kick your ass, bitch. the Soviet strategy of attacking the strongest unit that they can reach, so that all of my units are whittled down simultaneously instead of just eliminating units individually. That did nothing. The goggles do nothing. And I've lost a unit. But I managed to destroy one of them. Is this turn ever going to end? Jesus. Just an ugly, ugly battle so far. Please take one of these guys out. No. Can't do that for me. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll call it a video here. Boy. Remember what I said about how I wasn't really having that much fun with this game? Whew, it continues to be the case. I guess I'll record at least one more video in this session so that I can decide if I want to just completely scrap this recording before I send this off to Bobo and tell him, please update this as fast as possible. Oh my god. But, yeah. I lost one tank unit in that round, but really what bothered me is that a ton of units got weakened to the point where they're going to be wiped out on the next turn. But we'll have to see about that next time, folks. This is Mysterious JG. Don't take it too personal or get too upset if, you know, I addressed you as a commenter who was bothering me. But please do take it to heart. I mean, I'm sincere when I say constant messages about how much better you are at the game than I am, or how much you want me to change one or two specific things that I've already said I'm not going to change, just doesn't do anything to make me enjoy this and make me want to keep going with it, you know what I mean? And it's not that I don't believe you when you say that you're better at the game than I am, I just don't care. I really don't care. Anyway, folks, I'm not planning on changing the core unit names, sorry, but, you know, you can change them in your mind if you want to just pretend that certain units, I mean, you can write down, they have specific numbers, you can just in your mind pretend that the 14th Panzer Division is the Krieg's whatever division you want it to be, that's totally cool. But when we come back, I'm going to watch my auxiliary units keep getting pounded until I can get my core units down there to pull their asses out of the fire, because obviously it won't be easy for them either when they get there. Those Russian tanks are tough, but the auxiliary units are just not going to be able to do it. So hopefully we can get our core units down there in time to help. This is Mysterious JG. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time in approximately a week. No promises. Bye-bye.